What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to talk about the 2026 Toyota RAV4. This one happens to be a limited MSRP $43,000. Let's see if you agree. With the limited model, of course, you get these nice 18-inch wheels, but I do have some negative feedback. I think it looks too much like the Nissan Rogue. Powering this thing of beauty is the A25A engine, 2.5-liter four-cylinder engine with electronic continuous variable transmission, ECVT, electronic on-demand all-wheel drive. Like I said, this thing is solid. If you guys thinking about getting one of these RAV4s, you can't go wrong. This platform has been tested and proven, and like I said, we don't see no issues with this engine in the shop. Now, they did change some things. It is going to a 0W8 oil weight, so, and of course plastic valve covers, which is nothing to complain about. Toyota's been using these plastic valve covers since 2018 when the A25 released and was launched in the 2018 Camrys, but we have never replaced any oil leaks or have seen anything with the valve covers. And of course, nothing else really changed right here, but you can see that the bypass hose, where the bypass valve used to be, they got rid of that because those were causing a lot of issues in the previous generation RAV4s. So no more connector there. You still got that hose going to the heater and the transmission cooler, but there's no more connector. So you will get no more annoying light. So, and the A25 is really easy to work on. So like I said, solid engine. I think it was a good choice that didn't change everything with this vehicle design, that they still kept the engine transmission platform the same. It also comes equipped with Toyota Safety Sense 4.0 with pre-collision. Now, one of the things is that I really like, so we're going to talk about some of the positive, is how they integrated the front camera as well as the park assist sensors into the bumper. They're not like protruding out or sticking out in front of you all aggressively. So you can see them like going across the bumper right here. And I think they did an excellent job of hiding them and kind of keeping them, discreet while incorporating them in the bumper. And I got to say, they work really well. You have 6 of them going across the bumper, and there's 2 more on each corner of the bumper. And like I said, when you stand back, you don't really see them protruding out or right there in your face. So they did a really good job of hiding them. So I think that's a plus right there. The front grille is amazing. It's well put together. There's not a lot of gaps. The gaps are really, really minimized, and I think it's a nice finish. So I think overall the body structure is really nice. But on the side, I gotta admit, it does look like a Nissan Rogue. Not that there's anything wrong with the Nissan Rogue. I think it looks amazing. Or maybe it's just this white color on this particular RAV4. Now, making our way inside, we have a 12.9-inch Toyota audio multimedia with JBL 9-speaker audio, wireless Apple CarPlay, and Android Auto compatibility. Now, I think they did a really nice job of designing the interior. Now we have no choice. Every car we get now is going to have this big tablet for a radio and then a little mini tablet for a combination meter. We don't have a choice. Let's power it up and see what we have. Combination meter, again, looks like a mini tablet. And for your radio, a giant tablet with the Toyota logo popping up, just in case you forgot you were in a Toyota vehicle. But overall, with these screens, we have no issues. I think they work pretty well. So far, they've been incorporating them in a lot of their Toyota lineup. But another thing is they have a lot of these features that they want you to sign up and register for. I don't know how I feel about that. This is a sold unit. We're not going to accept anything. We're going to cancel. I just wanted to power it up so you guys can see. And here, Toyota is asking for my permission to transmit data. No, I just want a radio to play my music. Anyway, we have these 2 wireless charging pads right here for the driver and passenger, which I think is pretty convenient. Now you don't have to share. And you also have this nice little storage area wrapped around some soft text material, which I think is a nice touch. And let's push some more button. Here we have the panoramic view monitor, and that's all integrating the camera we saw in the front bumper, the one on your side rear view mirror, and as well as the back. So it just pieced together an image. We also have this parallel park button here. We're not going to push that because we're inside of the dealership and this is not my vehicle. So I just wanted to show you guys how it kind of looks. So that's just using the cameras all around the vehicle. Now we make our way to the mini tablet. Nice design as well. Those 2 purple lights blinking at you is the driver assist to make sure you don't fall asleep on the road. This RAV4 Limited is also equipped with this panoramic moonroof, which I think looks really nice. And they've come a long way. We don't really see too many issues with them binding or getting stuck or causing any water leaks. So far, so good. And this white interior, I'm not sure how I feel about it. It's heated and ventilated seats, but if you have children like me, I have a 7-year-old daughter, soon to be 8, and a 1-month-old son, then I don't think this is the seat for me. But if you're already married, your kid's off to college, and you want to go on a nice dinner date, I guess these white interiors is not an issue for you. But for me, there's no way. And not to mention the car seat. If you put a car seat back there, man, it's a wrap. So that's why the interior wouldn't work for me. But overall, it is nice. But I would go more like a cloth material. Like I said, just because I have children. Let's make our way towards the back door. Power lift gate. Hopefully the rear struts don't give issues like the previous model. LED tail lights in the rear. I like how they kept it simple. Still two 10mm screws, and the out comes the tail. Like, of course, you got to remove the bumper just a little, but nothing too complicated. The rear cargo area, plenty of storage space. You got this nice little cargo cover thing right there. I like that they kept that. Battery still located in the right rear corner. Easy to change. No issues there. Of course, Toyota kept it simple. That's one of the things we love about Toyota. And with the park assist sensors in the rear, they did a good job incorporating them in the bumper as well. In the front, you have 6 total park assist sensors. In the rear bumper, you have 4. I don't know why Toyota showed you 2 in the rear, but that's what they did. Here's the LED tail lights in operation as we close the back door. Again, limited right there stamp, RAV4 in the middle, just in case you forgot. But I like they didn't put a LED tail light bar for the stop lamp. So what do you think, guys? Is this RAV4 worth $43,000? Unfortunately, you can't run and hide from the EV and electric vehicles. They're everywhere, and there's only going to be more of them in the future. The good news is Toyota's hybrid system is top tier. It's been around, and Toyota's developed it, engineered it year after year. So I'm pretty confident in Toyota's hybrid system. Now, on the other hand, Toyota is also starting to come out with a lot of these all-electric vehicles. They already had the BZ4X, and they got the Highlander coming out. Soon as it comes out, I'll make sure I do another video to keep you guys up to date and the specs. And like I said, it's already out, but as soon as I get my hands on one, I'll make sure I do another video. That's all I got for you guys today. I hope you found this video informative, and if you did, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. As always, thanks for watching.